Yeah, give me 1 second. Oh, this is acting funny, man. This stuff never fails, man. Try to set something up and then it just starts acting funny. There we go. Salakiak. Look at this shit, bro. This is a damn demon, bro. Looks like the second I try to set this up, just some fucking bullshit happens. Here we go. Perfect. God damn, bro. Alright, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, before we get started, as always, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rechak, which Yahweh, that's Heavenly Father's true name. Yahweh Shai, that's whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, is his true name. And Rechak Kodash, that is the Holy Spirit. And we're also going to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to all you brothers out there. And you know, I'm with the brother Lahab right now, and we met up through the Spirit. You know, this is basically just an impromptu. You know, we're just at the lakefront. You know, we were just breaking bread, and you know, we decided to do a quick lesson. And pretty much, you know, there's a lot of stuff going on in this world. Okay. You know, a lot of prophecies are, you know, they're starting to, you know, bypass, you know, more and more. And with that all being said, you know, we as men of the Lord, as followers and believers of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, we got to lock in, okay? Because, you know, things are about to get real hectic out here, you know? The brother and I were talking about it, you know, how pretty much, you know, it's a wise thing, you know, to do little small stuff, right? You know, such as, you know, maybe buy a couple extra bags of, you know, let's just say rice, some, you know, candles, matches, you know, etc. Right? You know, we got to be kind of in that same spirit as Joseph, you know. Of course, you know, we don't rely on these things. We ultimately rely on Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, you know. But as the scriptures say, what? The things are written aforetime were written for our learning. Look, if our forefather, you know, did that, we should, you know, do the same things, man. Because look, it's about, like, hey, like I said earlier, it's about to get chaotic. You know, famines are about to hit soon. Are you about to, you know, see more crimes out here? All right, you know, killings, murders, robberies, so on and so forth, man. The war's coming. War, baby, man, there is war. You know, World War III is happening right before our eyes. All right, so a lot of things are, you know, are unfolding. All right, you got some, Lahab? By any chance?
I was just looking for the story in Joseph, where to start exactly, because the scripture says what was written aforetime was written for our learning, so that was there for a reason. You know, ultimately we know it's always faith. It's really just going by the moves that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai has in store, and that was one of the moves that the Lord had put in Joseph's spirit at that time.
Yep.
But ultimately, you know, when we out there, if you ain't got nothing, the Lord is gonna lead you to something, man. If you stay faithful.
Yeah, you could have a situation like Elijah. All right, he had, you know, the ravens feed him. Okay, he had the Lord put the spirit on, you know, these ravens to you know, give him, you know, food, man. Okay. So look, I'll say this. Look, the Lord's gonna take care of his, you know, his people. Okay, in particular the elect, because you got to remember right now, the elect. All right, they're the Lord's people. Not even 2/3 of our of the nation of Israel is actually the Lord's people right now. They're actually considered heathens, man. All right. Did you find it or not?
Yeah, I'm gonna just start right here. This is Genesis 41 and 53. In the 7 years of plenteousness, meaning like how things are now, you know, in the green tree, you know, when you can still get certain things and certain items, it's not completely all chaos. This store isn't completely missing all its chicken and beef. You know, you still got a few victuals in there. It says that was in the land of Egypt were ended. So, hey, we're coming into that time now where this time of plenteousness is about to be at an end. It says, in the 7 years of dearth, which is, you know, where it goes into the famine, the lack of something, began to come according as Joseph had said, because he prophesied it. So we are actually prophesying, just like Joseph was one of our forefathers, that these things are going to come to pass. So what do you do in situations like that? Well, it's just like what Peter said. What manner of people are we to be in all holy conversation and godliness? So you know what's about to happen at the end of the day. You're going to prepare yourself in all ways to withstand that evil day. Ultimately, yes, with the Spirit, but the Spirit also gives you certain leeways of wisdom to go by. You know, just like the who was it? What's that? Baruch? They had brought that food to Daniel. Salaki.
Was it Habakkuk?
No, it's like it was Habakkuk.
Habakkuk. Yeah, he basically got translated. You know.
Yep.
All right. You know, he was able to, you know, feed Daniel, you know, in his time of trials and tribulation. You know.
And why did the Lord have that happen? Because the Lord could do anything. You know,
right.
He could have fed them with ravens by the brook. He could have had the manna appear. The Lord just has certain things happen in a certain way, but at the same time, it's really just being about being obedient according to the Spirit. But it says, Joseph had said, and the dearth was in all lands, but in all the land of Egypt there was bread. Why? Because he had stored up certain things, such as grain and things like that. And when all the land of Egypt was famished, the people cried to Pharaoh for bread. And Pharaoh said unto all the Egyptians, go unto Joseph, what he says to you, do. And the famine was over all the...
Exactly. You had the king, you know, the king of the land, you know, Pharaoh, say, go follow this man. All right. Basically an Israelite, you know. And you see that's what's going to happen again, you know, soon too. Now, Esau is not going to say, you know, go to these men, but point being, though, the Spirit's going to lead, all right, you know, people to us, all right? You know, you're already seeing it now. Look, you have your leaders, all right, you know, basically being put in place right before your eyes, man, you know? Because what is it saying that 2nd Ezra, the first chapter, it says, you know, I think it says something on the lines of, you know, basically, you know, it goes into Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, you know, all the prophets of old, you know, such as, you know, Habakkuk, all right, you know, Jonas, Isaiah, Jeremiah, so on and so forth. And it says, basically the Lord said, I've given, you know, these, you know, men as leaders, you know, unto you, all right? And with that being said, these leaders are also what? Saviors. Because it says in the book of Obadiah, I think it's the last verse, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's the 21st verse. It says that that there shall be saviors out of Mount Zion. Roughly paraphrasing it, okay? And yeah, so these men, okay, they're gonna lead the people, you know, in the right direction. That's why it says in Zechariah the 8th chapter, the 23rd verse, I believe it's the last verse. It says that that basically you're gonna have men from all over, okay? They're gonna take a hold of him that, you know, that is that is a Jew, okay, because the Most High is with them. Roughly paraphrasing it, okay, meaning that the prophets are gonna have people follow them. They're gonna be leading, you know, the rest of the 1/3 to salvation through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, man. Okay, all right.
I got that 2nd Ezra you was talking about. 2nd Ezra chapter 1 verse 39. Unto whom I will give for leaders Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Can I make a point real quick?
Yeah.
During this time period, right? You know, this was during the time of you know, Ezra. Right? Was it the Babylonian, or is the Babylonian captivity?
Under Cyrus.
Yeah, Salakia, the Medo-Persian Empire. Salakia, forgive me on that.
I mean, it was still Babylon.
You know, it was during that time period, right? But it said what? That the Lord's going to give you leaders, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. I thought those men were dead. Well, this proves right there that there's going to be reincarnation.
Okay.
You got certain men, okay, right now that, you know, they're back in the flesh, and they were these ancient men. You know, these our forefathers, the ancient, you know, prophets, so on and so forth. Okay, you see. All right. These men are, you know, these men are, you know, being put back in their lots, man. Okay. You see. You know, Got more?
Yeah, this is 2nd Ezra 1:39. It says, "Unto whom I will give for leaders Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Oseas, Hawashai, Hosea, Amos, Machias, Joel, Abdias."
These are all just the Greek ways.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, I'm saying like,
Obadiah,
the ancient prophets' names, okay?
Nahum, that's spelled the same. Habakkuk, which would be Habakkuk. Sophonius, Aggeus, Haggai, Zachary, Malachi, and Malachi, which is called also an angel of the Lord.
Yeah, and that word angel goes into, a messenger. All right? Hey, meaning the prophets, they're going to be your leaders. Hey, these are the upper echelon of the nation of Israel, whether people, like it, believe it or not. There's always been a hierarchy of things, okay, with the Lord. All right. Hey, even right now, even look at Esau's system. You got the top banking elite families. All right, the ones that run the show. All right, so to speak. And then you got their lesser families, and then it goes all the way down to their their peons, their peasants.
Yeah.
They're the lower class Edomites. We got the same thing. All right, you got the prophets. All right, the 144,000. Those are the leaders. First and foremost, I'll say this: Salaki, Yahushai. Okay. Then you got the 144,000, the prophets. You got King David, the apostles, which are the rest of the 12, and then it goes down to the other 144,000, and then after that there's the 1/3, and then like the brother said, well, who's the lower, or who's the lowest of the lows of our people? The 2/3, man. All right.
Least in the kingdom.
You got more to that, or do you have something else, Salaki?
I got something else. No, that was the end of that chapter. But this is 2nd Ezra chapter 8, verse 56. It says, for when they had taken liberty, they despised the Most High. I'm gonna skip on that. This is verse 58. And said in their heart, it is 2nd Ezra 8:58, and said in their heart that there is no God, and that knowing they must die. So this is going for the circumcised and uncircumcised of our people, man. The heathen and 2/3 of our people. For as the things aforesaid shall receive you, so thirst and pain are prepared for them. For it is not his will that man should come to naught. But this is because of the judgment, man. Our people have made themselves equal with the heathen, so they're gonna receive the stripes of the heathen, man. You basically what's the word I'm looking for? You downgraded yourself.
Yeah.
To this.
And look at our people. Right now we got Jake in the background. All right. Losing their goddamn minds. Blasting music. They got literally they brought their truck to the park, which you're not even supposed to be bringing your vehicle into this pocket.
Oh shit, I didn't even notice.
You didn't even see that? You got from the adults to the youngins celebrating, this so-called holiday, man. Columbus Day.
And you said that was Northern Kingdom over there?
Huh?
It's Northern Kingdom?
Nah, man, it's part of the Southern Kingdom, man. But still,
niggas.
It's the same shit, man. Point being though is they're enjoying America, man. And they're not. If we went up there and started telling them, what's happening, in this world of reality of things, how there's a shortage of food.
Yep.
How the World War III is at hand. Okay. How there's gonna be more chaos, especially once a January 1st of the 2023 hits.
Yep.
They're not gonna want to hear it. Hey, we're gonna be blowing their high. We're gonna be blowing their good time.
Gone somewhere. Ain't nobody trying to hear that.
So we don't want to be like guys like this, man, or people like this. This is why it's very important to seek the Lord while he may be found, man, because hey, like we've been saying it, we sound like a broken record, but good. All right, hey, this is the best song ever. Point being though is we've been saying for the longest that it's gonna get worse and worse and worse, and it has, man. And this up and coming year, So I'll say this: there's going to be a lot of stuff that's going to happen during this month because this is Esau's ritual month. Okay, so a lot of demonic rituals are going to happen. Then during November, December, they pass a bunch of laws, man. Okay, especially during the so-called holiday season, during like the Thanksgiving, the Christmas, breaks. A lot of stuff gets written and passed when people aren't paying attention. Then once that new year hits, man, that's when things start really going into effect. And we're gonna start seeing the change in society, very soon. Out here in Chicago, hey man, people are getting robbed, shot, kidnapped on the regular. And it just keeps getting worse out here, And I'm sure it's happening, all throughout the, the states, But point being, since we live out here, this is what we see. It's not good out here, man. Hey, I talk to, customers all the time. And I deal with a lot of customers. And a lot of them are telling me that they're afraid to literally go out, man. Because it's that bad now.
Wise.
But keep going. Hey, the scriptures say what? The evil shall grow in Second Ezra,
Yep.
Hey, we're seeing it. We're seeing it manifest.
Hey, well, let me get you this.
Yep.
What is this? Second Ezra chapter 3, verse I'm gonna start at verse 12. Well, it's like verse 11. Nevertheless, one of them thou leftest, namely Noah, with his household, of whom came all righteous men. Slucky. And it happened that when they dwelt upon the earth began to multiply, like as of now, when the harvest is full, it's harvesting time, which is ironic because we're near harvest time. That would come right before the winter, But that's what the Lord has likened the end to be. He'll make the people multiply on the face of the earth. He'll make all these disasters happen when the end of a nation is about to happen, and the beginning of another nation is about to happen. There's certain things that take place, signs and wonders. But it says, and had gotten them many children, and were a great people, they began again to be more ungodly than the first.
Whew.
So that's for that reason is going to come thirst and pain. These are the scourges and the amendments that the Lord is about to send out here.
Can you real quick, Salaki, get Second Ezra? Is it 15 and 5? Try 15 and 5 real quick, and then I think it goes to like 6 and 7. But start at 5, I believe. What does it say?
Second Ezra 15 and 5. Behold, said the Lord, I will bring plagues upon.
Yeah, and then keep reading.
Okay. Yeah, this is Second Ezra chapter 15, verse 5. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction.
Yep, keep going.
For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth.
So, the reason why there's plagues coming is because wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole earth. The brother just read the scripture. What was that? Was it Second Ezra as well? That one that you just read?
Yeah, I'm all in Second Ezra.
It talked about how the next generation is going to be worse than the first, man. And with that being said, that means more, sin is in this, world, more iniquities, all right? And sin is basically the transgression of the law, meaning the breaking of the law. So more evils are in this world right now, man, okay? So this is why the Lord is coming with all this, chaos and destruction, all right? Because look, no one respects the Lord's creation, man, minus the elect.
Yep.
These people, first off, they defile themselves, okay, nonstop, okay, and then especially you Israelites, man, so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Hey, you're the Lord's property, man, and you defile yourself nonstop, meaning you defile the Lord's property, man.
It's funny.
Okay?
I got some more to that Second Ezra 8 that I was reading.
Can I say this real quick? So you got Jake doing that, You got this world not obeying like the land Sabbath, polluting the waters, doing deforestation, all right, mistreating animals. Man, it's so bad out here. You got garbage in space, man.
That's terrible.
That's terrible, man. You got literal garbage in space floating around. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that's a complete disrespect to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man.
You got animals and kids catching sexually transmitted diseases.
That's terrible, Ak. Salaki, Ak, man. I just had to make that point because this is what we're living in, man. Okay? People committed idolatry nonstop. They believe in science themselves. The fucking black woman. All right. This is what they believe in, man. These people are through, man. They are gone, man. This is why they got to be destroyed.
Yeah.
This is why the Lord's got to cleanse this place. The Lord literally has to hit a reset button because it's so bad. We're literally living in flood behavior 2.0, man. This is flood behavior, times 1,000, so to speak.
Yeah, well, it causes a time of refreshing, man. The Lord is going to have to refresh this place. It causes a time of restoration. All the things that the Lord is going to do, man. And that's Him glorifying His name by showing you how He really wants His creation to be, Because you know what? Since humanity has been in the power and following their own wicked hearts, they've done nothing but continually make it worse, man. And the Lord is saying, nah, do not let that abominable thing that I hate, and yet the inhabitants of this earth, they don't follow the laws of the spirit, they follow the laws of flesh, man, which destroys this place. This is 2 Ezra 15 and 7. It says, therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness.
Yeah, and how's the Lord doing that? He's got His prophets set up rebuking this place, man. And with that being said, what's going to happen? That Amos, the 5th chapter, I think in the 10th verse, they hate him that rebuketh in the gate. And that means there's going to be for lack of words, an attack, okay, on the men of the Lord, the followers and believers. And we're coming into that time period, man. All right, and that's going to be a huge test for us. Look, all the people that your so-called loved ones that that are of this world, they're going to start flipping on you, man. All right, hey, they're going to start, trying to, call the authorities on you. Oh, hey, they believe in this. I'm in fear for my grandchildren, or they're gonna kick you out of the concerned brothers. They live with their parents. They gotta, they're gonna get kicked out.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Or the neighbor's gonna call, hey, blah 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 blah. I think there's some, I'm hearing domestic disputes in this house. You better go check on them. You know what I'm saying? Just all this random stuff, whether it be true or not, too. A lot of them are gonna falsely accuse, man. It's only gonna get worse, man. Then once the resources, dwindle out here, and they start saying, hey, look, if you know somebody that's a black Hebrew Israelite, we'll give you, 2 loaves of bread, all right, a gallon of milk, 2 gallons of water, some baby formula. Hey, best believe, man, these people are gonna sell you out quick, man. Best believe it, man. All right, don't be surprised, hey, man, when you're getting cuffed up by the authorities and you see, your parents are looking at you. Hey, go watch the movie Blow, man. That's a beautiful scene. If brothers haven't watched that movie, there's the movie Blow. You got Boston George, man. I believe that was his name. All right. He was a drug dealer in the 60s. He was selling a bunch of weed at the time, right? And he basically got caught up, with the authorities, and then he ended up, not showing up to court. And basically, he had, a warrant for his arrest. And then when he went back to his parents' crib, he sat down with his dad, talked to him, they chopped it up. Even though his, dad, disagreed with his lifestyle, he was like, this is still my son, you know what I mean? But who called the cops, man? It was his goddamn mom, man. She sold him out. And then what did she say when he was getting arrested? Hey, you're making me basically look bad. Everyone knows you're a drug dealer, She didn't want her reputation to go away, man. Mm-hmm. She wanted to keep that. And guess what? That's what's going to happen to the people that are most close to you in this world. They're going to do that. Your mom, your dad, your woman, your kids, whoever it is, man. They're not going to want to lose the things of this world. So be prepared for betrayal, man. Look what happened to Yahweh Shai. All right, that's the greatest example. But you got more. If you got more, you got it.
I was about to get the scripture in 2 Kings, but I could just quote it, because basically, the king, a group of men that came to get Elisha out of the caves, and he was hiding in the caves. You know, showing you that the prophets were on the run for the most part, man. I believe he called the angels out and they blinded those men. But yeah, it's gonna come back into those times. You know, just like in the books of Acts, man. Shit. You watch Star Wars, the Jedi had to go and hide, man. Hey, the vision is about to become precious again, man. You know, you gonna have people not wanting to even be seen or viewed as a prophet. You have the prophets that's actually gonna have the vision. You gonna have people searching for that vision, you know, so that they can know what to do, man. You know, but for the most part, it's gonna be a shame to be called a Hebrew Israelite, man. All right, but this is
Yeah, you're gonna see a lot of people fold, man. A lot of these guys out there that call themselves Hebrew Israelites are gonna fold, man. And see, this is why right now we gotta buckle down, man. Okay. All right, hey, get into our scriptures, meditate, pray, fast. Okay. Keep separating ourselves from this world, because we don't want to get caught up, man. We don't want to get caught up when this shit really hits the fan. And it's coming, man. This is the calm before the storm. We're like basically in the eye of the storm. You know, brothers know what that is. That's basically, you know, when you're like you could be like in a hurricane or a tornado, and you get into that one part of, like, you know, that hurricane or tornado, and it's real calm, nothing's going on. It almost seems like it's just normal. But then next thing you know, all right,
at any given moment.
See, but you got more?
It's 2 Ezra 15 and 8. It says, which they profanely commit. I'm just reading it over. It says, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit. Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. You know, because, hey, we say it all the time. You read that Acts, the 17th chapter, man. You know, which once upon a time the Lord winked at our sins, but now commandeth all men everywhere to repent. Which, you know, of course, it's talking about Israel, but it's really just saying the Lord. Okay, the Lord's pissed off at all this wicked shit. Now He's about to do something about it, man. You know, and if you're a man in the spirit, you're gonna do something about that, which is repent and turn from that shit, because you don't want to be found doing those things when the Lord comes here. But it says, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually.
And that's what we're doing. We're complaining continually because it's getting worse out here, man. All right. I mean, I just walked into a Starbucks or a Target today, and, you know, they got the, you know, the Starbucks side to, you know, to the you know, they got a little, you know, Starbucks section.
Huh.
Bro, you had a grown man that was a drag working there.
Yeah. He got the little fucking.
No, I mean, this was in the burbs, man.
Oh, this is another one.
You know, grown man in drag, man. I gotta sit here and walk with my family, and I gotta look at this, and I gotta kind of like guide my children, you know, in the other direction, so to speak, so they don't see this weird, you know, this abominable freak, man.
Because that's really fucked up the kids, because it's confusing them.
Yes, very confusing. So you that's becoming a norm. All right. You got women that are completely out of order, men that are completely out of order. All men want to do is just be little kids, man. They want to be a Jody, live off their baby mama, okay? Smoke weed, sniff coke, all right?
It loses their burn.
All right.
Man.
Hey, talk about killing, you know, their own brother all day, hit a lick, you know. That's all they want to do, man. Or get into, if they're not doing that, then they're all Greeked out, all right? Being a Q-dog, man, losing their goddamn minds, being a sodomite.
Incredibly gay shit.
This is what's happening, man. This is just amongst our people. And then you guys, oh my God, man, you got the heathen doing all abominable things. And this world is so polluted, man. We need deliverance. We're in the worst case scenario right now. I was thinking the other day about how we're really in the valley of the shadow of death right now. America is nothing but a land full of death and murder, man. This is a scary place to live in, real talk, man. If you really, you know, look at it spiritually, this is a scary place, man, that we're in.
Yep.
You know, this is why we need Yahweh Shai to deliver us, because we're in the worst case scenario.
Yeah,
you know,
to the land of darkness is darkness itself, man. You know, the unclean thing is around here, man.
Yep.
But verse 9 it says, and therefore saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them, which is the elect, and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. You know, and the Lord sees what he is doing, man, and he's not down with it. And really, he is trying to provoke the Lord to do something, and the Lord is about to do something. He wrote that that you were gonna do this, and that he was gonna do something about it.
Hey, it's funny. Esau's so goddamn proud. It's ridiculous, man. He's trying to, bait the Lord, so to speak, but the Lord is controlling him, making him do all these moves. Look what's happening right now with Russia, Ukraine. Okay, look what's happening, all throughout Europe, here in the States, Canada, man. The Lord is making moves, man. He's what does it say? He's got the king's heart.
Yep.
How's it worded in Proverbs?
The king's heart is in the
hand of the Lord. So Lord, hey, man, he's the real puppeteer, man. Okay. Just controlling everything. What does it say? He mustered the battle.
Yep.
All right.
I got the Proverbs 21:1. It says, the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord Yahweh, as the rivers of water. He turneth it whithersoever he will. So, hey, man, the Lord is in supreme control of everything.
Nope.
Hey, what does it say that a bird doesn't fall from the sky if the Lord didn't sanction it?
Yep.
The Lord is in full control of everything, even the chaos. He can pause it. It's like a video game or a movie or something, man. Except much more potent, man. The Lord can create the evil, and he can bring the good. He can build something that Esau can never rebuild. I mean, he can build something that Esau can never fathom to build, or he can break something that can never be repaired again, man.
No. Yeah, I mean, look, the scriptures say what? Hey, that Babylon cannot be healed. This place is crumbling, man. Hey, we're about to enter into that Revelation, the 17th chapter, where the beast is gonna hate the whore.
Come on.
You got these European nations. They're literally saying that, look, the reason why the pipeline blew up, the Nord Stream pipeline blew up, is because of the Biden administration. They're literally outright saying this, bro. America's allies are saying this is the problem. Yeah, you think the EU is gonna be in alliance with America when they got half their citizens freezing, man? Okay, and then a chunk of them are gonna start dying because of the severe cold. You think that they're gonna be cool with America? No, bro.
Hey, well, that's a part of the Lord mingling a perverse spirit in the midst of Egypt. For the simple fact, they really are stumbling in everywhere because they're affecting their own allies by trying to come after an enemy. So at the end of the day, America's allies are gonna turn on them.
Yeah, and see, like a lot. We'll see these politicians know. They say these the upper echelon of Esau know that, look, the reason why, because you got to remember too. Now, of course, things are, you got these the elite banking family, telling Russia, you got to do this, United States, you got to do this, blah blah blah, right? They call shots, but at the same time, these kings of the earth, so to speak, the presidents, the prime ministers of these lands, they still make their own moves, so to speak. You know what I mean? And the reason why I'm saying that is because these nations, right? These the EU, whatever, right? They know that the reason why they're in Ukraine is because, I mean, there's several different reasons, but a huge reason is because Biden, all right, has ties and money interest in that land. His son was involved, in that land, man. All right, in that region. and that's why they're in there so heavily right now, because they want to protect their interest.
Mm-hmm.
England knows, France knows, Germany knows, okay, so on and so forth. They know. This is why they're getting fucking pissed, because they're like, look, man, it's not. They're getting mad. It's like, we have to suffer because of your fuck ups. See, it ain't looking too, it's not looking too good, man. The point being, though, is, with that all being said, that's fulfilling these prophecies, man. That bringing out that Revelation 17, okay? Which is gonna bring what? World war in general. That's gonna bring World War is gonna bring what? The destruction of Babylon.
That's right.
All right, because what's gonna eventually happen? Those missiles are gonna get shot. Then people are these other nations are gonna say, you know what, man? We're hitting the red button today, boys. All right, hey, we're all hitting the red button. They're all gonna be like in a. Hey, you ever? Man, what's that one movie, man? It was based in the '60s, man. And they were all in that conference room, man. I forgot. Russia with Love or something like that. But point being, they show you that in that movie, man. And point being, though, is you got all these generals and all this stuff. They're all in like that secret headquarters. You know what I mean? And they're all like worrying about the destruction, man. All right, then you got the Soviets, ready to blow this place up. They're talking amongst each other, and then they all eventually nuclear war happens, man. Esau's been making movies about this since the 60s, man, 50s and 60s. They know it's eventually going to happen. Look, man, those missiles were made to be used. They're not going to go in a goddamn museum, all right? And look, and so the people can look at it and be like, look, in the 2000s, in the 1900s, these objects, were almost used, and that could have destroyed the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's just, they're gonna get used, man.
They're gonna get used.
Cause shit, the fact that Russia is shooting a lot of rockets over in Kyiv and shit. You had the one lady, she was walking down the street, then the rocket just blew up right next to her.
Yeah, they just blew up a major bridge, man. I don't know if you saw that. All right, they not Russia, but the the Ukrainians, they blew up a main bridge that connects, basically Russia and Ukraine. So stuff is happening, man. It ain't no joke. Yeah. All right, but you got something?
This is Revelation chapter 17, verse 12. It says, "In the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings," which that's these 10 horns represent the original empire of Rome, man.
Yep.
Which today they would be called the EU, which have received no kingdom as yet, but receive power as kings 1 hour with the beast. These have one mind, and shall give their power and strength unto the beast. These shall make war with the land.
So like in that beast, or is they going into NATO?
Come.
All right, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. Okay. Because they basically, and so you got the EU, which represents the horns, the European Union, all right, and you got NATO, which that consists, basically the majority of the EU, not all of the EU, by the way, but it's the majority of it, and then other countries such as the United States, all right, Canada, you see, and whatever, basically, I'll say this. Because keep reading, because they'll get into it. Because really, pretty much whatever America says, hey, the beast goes with it. Whatever the horse says, the beast follows, man. Because the whore's riding the beast, man.
Yep.
But hey, what's gonna happen? It's gonna tell you. Keep reading the walk.
These shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them.
Yeah. So eventually they're gonna try to fight Yahweh Shai, okay? Because that Yahweh Shai represents the Lamb. Okay. Keep going.
Yep. And it says, "For the Lord, for He is the Lord of lords," which you can clearly see that because you keep seeing these so-called UFOs, the chariots of the Most High, disarming these missiles, man, and all Esau's military.
Mm-hmm.
But it says, "And King of Kings, and they that are with him are called and chosen and faithful, which is the elect.
Yep.
It says, and he says unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the horse sitteth, are peoples, and multitudes, and nations, and tongues, and heaping unto him all people, man. You know, that's what Esau has used America for.
Yep.
As a form of everybody really coming together to serve this place, you know. But he disguises it as a safe haven if you're downtrodden in your own land. But it says, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore.
Exactly. And why are they going to hate the whore? It's because they're getting the short end of the stick out of everything. All right? Remember that. Hey, America, the scriptures talk about how America's was the most stout of all his fellows.
Yep.
Was in the book of Daniel.
Yep.
Okay? Meaning the most proud. With that being said, these American Edomites here, they even piss off the European Edomites. All right, the Edomites in South Africa and Australia, etc. All right, they can't stand Americans, man. All right, especially like I said, I deal with a lot of different people, man. I've dealt with a lot of foreigners, and they cannot stand Americans. They come here because America is a beautiful land. They can enjoy some stuff here, but they want to get out pretty quick too, man. Basically, America's just like a little a damn amusement park, and then they get out.
It's really like like fucking with a whore.
Yeah.
Or it's like that fucking place you just come do your shit at. You don't want nobody to know. You get everything you need and then you're gone.
Exactly. But hey, the point being though is they get the short end of the stick, man. All right. America breaks the treaties. All right. They lose money. Now we're entering into a phase where these Europeans are about to start suffering, man. That's because they're not going to have that natural gas to basically to heat up their homes, cook their food. Because it's going to be an arm and a leg. That's because that pipeline is about it got blown up. Part of it got blown up, and they're not getting their supplies like that. Come on, man. There's only so much someone can take, man, before they start fighting back.
Yep.
Keep going.
Verse 16. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore,
Yep.
and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire. For the Most High put in their hearts to fulfill His will. Shit, that was just like how it was on that movie X-Men Apocalypse, when you had Apocalypse saying that no more weapons, and then he had used Professor Xavier's mind to control everybody into pressing that button, man. Well, that's somewhat how the Lord is going to do things. I mean, He's already doing it, but He's literally going to, out of all the backbiting, someone would want to say that they're not going to ever do that, then they can get on TV and say, yeah, we're not going to take it that far. The Lord is still going to have these people do it because it's prophesied that He said that was going to happen. Even that He's going to control their minds into doing such, man.
Yep.
Just like with Russia. He put the hook. He was about to say that.
Yep.
He put the hooks in his jaws so that he would turn back. Russia could say, "Oh no, we don't want it to get that big." Actually, shit, I think Putin did say that.
Yeah. No. That's the thing. Even when you go back and years back with Putin, him taking photos with George Bush, President George Bush at the time. All right. He was with Obama. He's what I'm saying, like looking buddy with all these guys.
Yep.
Now look at it. Now look what's happening. The Lord's in control of all of this, man. All right. This is Yahweh Bashim Yahushai's movie. No one else's. See, the reason why the Lord is doing all this, so the names of Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai can get exalted, because at the end of the day, people are gonna, everyone's gonna realize, you know what? This is the true living power, not a goddamn idol, not a goddamn man, not a goddamn woman. All right, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, That's the true living powers. Yahweh through his son Yahweh Shai. You know? Is there any more to that or not?
Yeah, come. But this is Revelation 17 and 17, and it says, "For the Most High hath put in their hearts to fulfill His will, and to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast, and to the words of the Most High shall be fulfilled." You know, which that's what's happening right now, man. You know that this word is being spoken, and now is the time for it to be performed. I was trying to get that scripture you had called for. Well, you ain't called for it, but you had quoted it. Is the names of the Most High? Yeah, Shai.
It's kind of good though, because I only got 10%.
Well,
Just oh, you got it. If not, I was gonna say, hey, just get Romans, was it 13 and 11? We'll just end it off with that, because like I said, my phone's about to die.
Okay, I got you. This is Romans 13, verse 11. It
So
says,
like with all this being said, you know, with all the prophecies coming down the pipeline, this is the state of mind that we should be in. Okay, all right, get it if you can.
this is Romans 13 and 11. And then knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep.
Exactly, we gotta wake out of sleep. All right, which brothers have been, awoken. Okay, but we gotta, remain awoke. Lord willing, through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shai. Hey, continue to put in that work. Hey, be a brother. Have that charity. Okay, hey, continue to read your scriptures. All right, continue to fast. Get into the Hebrew. So on and so forth. Hey, continue to put those righteous spiritual sacrifices to the altar, man.
Continue in well doing.
Yep. All right.
It says, "For now is our salvation nearer than we believe."
Exactly. Our salvation is nearer than what we believe. Look, at any moment, the Lord's going to just collapse Babylon the Great, man.
Yep.
And then I'll say this, we know that it's getting close because of the signs. How we don't know how long we have in this place, but I'll say this, things are wrapping up, All right?
Yeah.
Things are definitely wrapping up. We're not going to be here for too much longer, so with that being said, we really got to get on top of things, buckle down, get more disciplined, all right? And just, brace for impact, because it's coming, man.
Yep.
That storm is about to, to hit, all right? Hey, we're about to hit, it's about to be a crash landing, so to speak. About to get real, very soon.
Yep.
But, hopefully this was edifying. We're going to end off this lesson. As always, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rekakwadash.
Also, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to all you brothers out there. Shalom and a Bible ball.
A Bible ball. Shalom.